Yeah, this is Black Light. Mental conditioning. Mental conditioning. All we do is bang on each other, verbally bang on each other. You know, that's all. Uh, they get a lot of views like that. People like to see a fight. So I contend that we are mentally conditioned for this type of activity. Even though we be setting out some truth, not the whole truth, but a portion of the truth. With every truth comes negative energy. Because the way we present truth sometimes is covered with falsehood or something we assume to be true. Not necessarily true, but something that we assume to be true. Because somebody else said it. But the real truth of everything is buried in our DNA. Now, a lot of us are being conditioned. Our mentality is being conditioned through propaganda and the school system and just the system that we brought up in. So when that happens, it weakens our willpower. The strange things start happening when your willpower is weakened. Now the Caucasian is on the path of discovering a energy field, shaped like a pyramid, Everybody got it, right? But some people's energy field goes further and is more potent and stronger. Now, the black man's melanin is more potent than the Caucasian. Now, they call hue coloring, but I'd rather say shades or tints. It's actually a light that gives you your particular hue, or vibration is even better. Now, when the white man or the Caucasian talks about aura, or either the energy field and the various, what he calls colors, I call it shades or tint or vibration, that sits off a certain hue or light. Now, a hue is another word for color or shades or tints. Pigmentation. Pigment is another word. But melanin is what produces. Melanin is what produces hue and light. That's the God in you. And but your mental faculties can be condition. Mental conditioning is what we have been going through for the past over 400 years now. Now we got brothers banging on each other in what they call the conscious community. And we got the Black Power community, and we got the Kemet, those who study Kemet. Most of y'all get y'all leads from the Caucasian. But remember, the Caucasian ain't talking about you. He's trying to exclude us from the equation. And when he talks about the science of melanin and the science of vibrations, the science of aura or a energy field, he's talking about himself. He has it, everything we got, but he has less of it, because he's grafted from us. And brothers be talking about mutation, and the best word to use is graft. Grafted from us. He just didn't mutate because of the environment. He was grafted from us. He had a purpose to serve. Now, we didn't understand why he's here. So he don't want to say he's grafted from us. Because he definitely don't know why he's here. But he will say he's mutated. And so brothers adopted his definition, the Caucasian definition of this. Now, I'm not being racist or nothing like this. I consider myself a scientist. I experiment with vibrations, sound vibrations. I make music. I consider myself a composer of music. And I'm a wordsmith because I sing as well as play. And I can rap, but not as good as these young boys can rap. But I make an attempt at it. So I exert a lot of energy, mental energy. And my words is mostly pertaining to black people, humans. Let us not get it twisted. Humans are black, or the original man. Mankind. He don't have a hue. He's hueless. So mankind is not a human being. He can be called man, and we can be called gods. But he's man, kind. You see? And don't get upset with me, white people, Caucasian people. I'm not upset with you, but you must stop your people from corrupting and fouling up the whole planet. Bloodshed and wars. So you got some bad little young soldiers out there. Bad, when I say bad, I mean some fly brothers like Seti and Seti and Pharaoh and all of them brothers. But they spend too much time, in my opinion, banging up on each other, picking sides, and if a brother like you don't even hardly hear him talk about polite no more. Y'all, when I was coming up in the hood, brothers, would con each other, but we ran all the Caucasians out our hood, beat them up. The paper boys, we took them money. They had to pay taxes. This was in the late 50s and the early 60s. And after we ran them out and beat up on them, we started beating up on each other. Because dope came into the hood. Now brothers, brothers you can't get to the dope like that. So it was brought into the neighborhood. But we didn't, no one twisted our arms and made us take it. We just wanted a new thrill, so we started messing with them drugs, The musicians was messing with them first, because the Caucasian was supplying them. They thought it made them be better musicians, But we're going to come back at you on the other side of this. This is Black Light Out.